Here it is, the Grand Tour. I told you it happened, and it's happening. It's happening right now, although out of order, because accessing all the settlements of the civilization is actually somewhat difficult. It requires lots of units moving around. I'll even show you the Loam, the faraway one. Anyway, this is Olivendorf. We're starting here for no particular reason. I built the last of the farms, which I'm attempting to click on, and it could use some more olives, but I don't care. There's some more plantations, some more farms, some more fields, that's it, but I don't care. I also built some houses, and there are some stone quarrying areas, but it's mostly just lots and lots and lots and lots of fields. And that's all for Olivendorf. I want this grand tour to be rather brief because I don't want it to take the entire hour of the video. So next we will go to, I don't know, Papaveroias, I guess. Oh, we have to keep breaking the video, skipping the loading screens. Papaveroias is a farming and fishing and mining settlement, and woodcutting settlement as well. So it's quite a lot of things. Anyway, it's not very advanced, though it looks rather nice with this ridge with houses on it and the farms with this little fence that. Oh, it's not a fence, it's a low wall. It looks rather nice, although that's all pointless. It's all just cosmetic. It's a waste of space. Waste of resources, too. But whatever, fine. Looks nice. It hasn't been developed very much, though. It does have quite a lot of fisheries and quite a lot of clay, a little bit of iron, too. So this will be a place of much development, but not for a while. Okay, next will be the city next to this one to the west. What is it called? I've forgotten. It's, game? Can you tell me? Something in Latin. Astronovi, that's it. Well, it's not Latin. Pseudo-Latin. I just broke the recording in a very strange way. I think that might sound rather odd, the transition. I don't know what I'll do about that, but oh well. I'll deal with it when it happens. Anyway, this is Astronovi, and it didn't finish loading before I started recording. I should have done that. Oh well. Astronovi has quite a lot of copper. This is the previous city of Ymir. Anyway, he's wasted quite a lot of space with this useless road area, but again, it looks very nice. And he even built 2 stairs here, again, not necessary, but it looks nice. And it's mostly farms. It is his capital. He's in gift economy at the moment, though, so it doesn't have any very advanced administrative structures. It has this nice island, though. That'll be a good place for a fortress later. Not that a fortress would ever be necessary. What else? Plenty of clay, plenty of fish, and, of course, gobs and gobs of copper. He'll have a nice time making axes. Another secluded area with those farms behind low walls. Oh, it's very nice. Anyway, that's it for this one. And here we are in Saarbrücken, just a little bit north of Astronovi. And Saarbrücken doesn't really have much. It has fish, it has copper, it has sheep. Okay, it does have much. It has iron, fine, it has much. But it's not being used for a lot. It's coal, too. And tin. Wow, this is quite a rich area. Hermes, who owns this, has been pretty inactive. So this tile, which could be used for a lot, is instead being used for not very much. Oh well, next we'll go to... I don't know, I'll show you the world map. I thought I would skip the world map, but I think I need to give you a context of where we are in the world. So that was Saarbrücken there. Next we'll go to Porcamore. Maybe. This is Porcamore, although Feed abandoned this place quite a long time ago, so there's nothing really here. But, well, I say there's nothing here. There's nothing here that was built recently. Anyway, it is a nice place that could be inherited by somebody else if Feed would abandon the game, but I don't have anybody eligible to inherit it, so I just let Feed stay, even though he's not actually in the game doing anything. Anyway, it is a pretty nice province, though. Province, when I say that. Tile with a lot of extra available farmland, some wood, plenty of sheep. It's a nice place. Oh well. Anyway, I'll go to the next place. Well, here I was, just trying to record a session, and some horribly obnoxious person contacted me via Discord wanting to spawn into my congreviate. Ugh, how terrible. I, of course, am being sarcastic. Because the keys were released today, a new player wanted to spawn into my congreviate, but he wanted to be given something that was very sort of free, that he could experiment with because he was new. And so I thought I would give him Barbarian Stronghold. This island is totally his. Nobody will ever bother him. He can do whatever he likes. He can even practice warfare by fighting these 2 rebel settlements. So he's safe. And I think he'll have a fine time exploring and experimenting. I gave him all the technologies that he needs. I made him a vassal of Donakulda's, so he'll be giving Donakulda some state power. And actually, I think he's closer to Donakulda than Quifin is. Anyway, he's over there. I don't think he'll do very much in terms of contributing to our score, but he's there, and I'll take whatever I can get. So that's pretty cool. I might even spawn a second new player near him on one of the other settlements if any others contact me. I don't want to spawn anybody in these settlements because they just have nothing. I think that wouldn't be very nice. The only places I really want to spawn people now would be in Urbem and in these 2 settlements, and then possibly in one of my other settlements as well, as a colony. Maybe I could give somebody Olivendorf as a capital building? Would that be a good idea? I'm not sure. But anyway, there are other places I could give people. Right now, he's in the Discord server asking questions. Oh yeah, I better tell him. Okay. Anyway, I forgot what I was doing. Right, so we just looked at Porkmore. What now? We need to look down here. So we'll move out this way and go to Balafel, but first I need to tell you what's in the former city of Swine, the current city of Hosemeatwood. This is the city of Hosemeatwood. He's growing cotton here, but unfortunately he didn't make his food infrastructure as robust as it needed to be, so he didn't have enough food to feed his people, so he's had to deactivate a lot of his buildings so he could focus on increasing his farming. He also has a hunting area right here, which is why he settled this tile. It's not a bad tile, he just needs to build more. I think he'll be fine though. He also is harvesting wood here and stone. It's a fine tile, but it needs more time to develop. Anyway, next we'll go to Bauerfeld. And here's Bauerfeld. It has been very active. In fact, one of the reasons I have so little cargo capacity remaining is because Tam is using my cargo capacity to transport the goods from Bauerfeld to his capital city. As you can see though, his farms are a little bit inefficiently planned. a little bit wonky, but that's okay. Whatever. You do you. It has some houses and some wells. It's not terribly interesting at the moment though, but I'm sure it will become a much better farming settlement sooner or later. This is the city of Howood, which is just the best name. It is the capital of Queefin. He has a small fort, and I assume it is where his Javelineers are hiding. That's quite a lot of Javelineers, actually. It's a bit more than he really needs, but sure, whatever, cool. He can defend his settlement there, and I feel confident that the forces of Desert Fox would suffer greatly if they attacked this. They would probably lose several hundred worth of power, soldiers worth of power, or powers worth of soldiers. What's grammatically correct? I don't know. Anyway, he's also growing cotton, although we had to turn those off as well. He's had resource production issues, food production issues. He hasn't been able to feed his capital, so he's been focusing on that. He has some carrots and so on. Overall, though, it's a pretty nice place. It's a nice tile. I think it has lots of fish, lots of clay. He'll be in a good space, a good place for advancement pretty soon once his economy becomes more robust. Okay, and now we move further east. I suppose I'll show you where you are on the world map now. At the mouth of this river, which is one of the 3 rivers in this area. There is the other one that ends at White Rock, and this other one that goes from Ymir to Astronovi. Anyway, you were in Howood. Next, we're going to White Rock. And this is White Rock, the former city of Hyspartha. It is a very nice tile, and Tam has been very active in, he has his own docks. Well, he should use those. He's been very active in developing it. You can see the great fields of wheat are mesmerizing. It also has much clay and also a lot of fish. It has wood. It has many cows. I think he's the only person in our civilization with cows. I don't really see any problems here. He has an excellent tile. This will produce a mighty civilization, I'm sure, if he doesn't go inactive. Given how full stockpiles are, I suspect that he is not a terribly active player. Oh well, whatever. Next we will go to, where will we go? Pigtown. Alrighty, here's Pigtown. It has developed a little bit since we last saw it. The stockpiles are not all totally full, which means he's actually playing. Very good, Zach. I approve of your playing the game. It also has clay and quite a lot of wood. Some production facilities. It's Zach's capital. Most of these settlements are capitals, actually. These players haven't expanded very much at the moment. There's a hunting spot. I don't think this was a spawn point, but it is a good place regardless. Actually, no, this was a spawn point. Yeah, it has clay, hunting, wood, and figs. Oh, it doesn't have water. That's right. To be a spawn point, you'd have water as well. You'd be on the coast or by rivers. Anyway, it has wells for that. Oh no, he has cows too. So it's a nice settlement as well. Next, we'll go to Draelk's settlement. What's it called? Balaron. Here is Balaron. This is his fortress. It's a pretty nice one. I say it's pretty nice. I mean, I like its shape. I like its size. I don't like its defenses. It just has a few little walls here and a few small walls here. He definitely needs many large walls. Also, I'm not really sure why he's put his foundry inside his fortress. Inside your fortress should be your stockpiles, but whatever. Anyway, he has his own cargo capacity, and he is producing carrots and tomatoes and wheat. He also has cows. Apparently cows are a lot more widespread than I thought they were. Anyway, it actually looked like this when he inherited it, so this isn't so much development. This, however, is mostly new stuff. He has designed it rather well. He's I think done pretty well. I think he made far too many tool makers though. He'll need to destroy some of those, but that's nothing substantial. Those are level 1 tool makers, so they cost nothing to build. He hasn't totally repaired this area though. Still some destroyed houses, but that's okay. It's not necessary. I think he has more than enough houses anyway. Are there any slums? No, he has no slums, so he has some empty houses actually. Or they're all exactly all of them are full. He also is the original source of all of our cotton. And besides that, I don't think there's much to report about Balaron. Next, I will show you Alt Solburg. Fayola hasn't done very much interesting with Alt Solburg at the moment, although this tile has clay and copper, and it has volcanic ash, which is quite rare. It has tomatoes. It has a lot of gravel, of course, endless limestone. It has marble. It has a goat hunting spot. It has wheat, and it has a deer hunting spot. Wow, what an amazing tile. I wish I had spawned here. Anyway, there's nothing much to see because I don't really know why, actually. This fail has just been fairly inactive, but oh well. I'm sure he'll do stuff soon. He just spawned about a day ago, so he hasn't had a lot of time to do things. Next, we will go to, well, actually, we're going to go next. I think we've looked at all of the settlements in the south. Yes, we have. I think now we need to move up the peninsula. I think. Check. Yes, there's Alt Solburg. And we've looked at all of these settlements, including Saarbrücken. So now we need to go up to Helsingörs, Tilsit, Außenfelder. As soon as I can select my units again, whatever. So here's Helsingörs, the settlement that I gave to Hermes, hoping he'd be very active, and then he wasn't. But he's not totally inactive. He's still doing stuff. He has made quite a lot of houses and farms. He's made it just like one of my farming settlements with sheep and wheat and apples and carrots. He has plenty of wheat, and he definitely needs to build more houses. That's a bit of a housing problem there. He also has many very full stockpiles. Granaries, I think he hasn't been too active, but oh well. He also has some nice government buildings. He actually has houses like I have in my capital. These are level 3 small houses. I use level 3 large houses, but there are plenty of these houses in my capital. So that's cool. He's doing a lot of stuff. This is a bit of a disorganized area, but very well. And what else? Oh yes, he has a level 2 magistrate and a library. Tax collector, scribe, 2 schools. Not bad. Not bad, Helsingos. Next, we will go to its western neighbor, Tilsit. And here's Tilsit. The purpose of this place is to be a mining colony for copper, which it has in great abundance. However, it also has plenty of space for farming here on the slope of the mountain. And up on the mountain, he has his stockpiles and his houses and magistrates, some government buildings, doctor builders, there's market stalls. Pretty standard stuff, nothing too surprising, really. He does have a hunting spot, and he's using a level 1 hunter, which is a bit odd. He has those level 3 houses in his capital city, and here he has level 1 houses. The development difference is rather strange, but whatever. He's farming plenty of clay. He's digging clay. It's just fine. I did notice, however, one out of the ordinary aspect. He has gold bars in Tilsit. Why does he have gold bars? Where did he get gold? It's just sitting in one of his satellite cities, gold bars. Whatever. Okay, cool. He has gold bars. Anyway, next we'll go to Novus, the mining city of Donakulda. Novus is Donakulda's mining settlement, his iron mining settlement, I mean. It also mines stone, obviously. There's a lot of stone here. And it has a few normal production centers, though not very much. I think he's mostly using this to export resources to his capital cities. He has fish. He is also cutting wood here, and he has stockpiles that are quite full. But that's fine, I suppose. Novus is a nice little settlement. It produces enough food to feed itself, and it has quite a large population. It seems good. Nothing too special, though. Oh yes, I also think I should show you the world map now that we've gone through all the settlements on the southern peninsula. Well, no, that's not true. We haven't done that, because we haven't looked at Außenfelder, or Pharos, or Altros. Okay, so we still have a way to go. Quite a few settlements here, but we'll do it. Anyway, we were just there in Novus, and next we will look at Außenfelder. But first I want to send my warriors back to Olivendorf, because Olivendorf's loyalty is decreasing quite a lot. Oh, it's only going to 42. Oh, really? That's odd. I thought it would go down to 30. Well, anyway, maybe that's a miscalculation. I better send these guys back, though, just in case. Oh, I should have sent him there. That cost only 8 movement points. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is the exciting part of pathing your units, because the pathing in this game is a little bit wrong. And in Olivendorf. Okay, next Außenfelder. Here is my beautifully designed Außenfelder settlement. It's a resource-producing settlement. It's producing a lot of sheep, which I'll show you in a moment. It also has many houses. The houses, though, are only there to make sure the population stays high. It's producing plenty of leather as well, and plenty of meat, which I'm mostly just destroying because I don't need it. It also produces some stone blocks and stone. It's not producing any planks, even though it could be, because I'm using its wood output to produce paper, which is quite expensive. Oh, also I'm not exporting all the paper. I should do that. Anyway, I am getting some limestone as well. There's one doctor, just to make the population increase a little bit more. I need this place to have more population because I want to make it an even bigger sheep farming settlement. Anyway, here are all the sheep. All those little white specks scattered around. There they are. And, of course, plenty of farms as well. Okay, next we will look at Donakulda's settlement. Woodcut, the first colony. Wait a minute. Did I press record or did I not press record? Okay, am I recording? Tell me. Yes, I'm recording. Okay. I may or may not have forgotten to press record. I'm not sure what that'll look like in post-production. Oh, this will be a fun video to edit, I'm sure. When I say fun, I don't mean fun. Anyway, this is Woodcut. Many houses, it's a bit of an abomination. It's also not his main settlement anymore, and so it's been not so well taken care of. Definitely its stockpiles could be a little more empty for sure, but it is still producing plenty of wood as its original purpose was, and it also is producing sheep and mud and stone and fish, and it also has cargo capacity, and it has a library too, so it's generally just a fine settlement. However, it is not the goal. Also, that farm that I built there has never had any fields attached to it, ever. When I built that farm, I forgot about it, and then I gave it to a vassal before I remembered to attach fields to it, and then it's just been forgotten ever since. Oh well, anyway, next we'll go to his mining settlement of Altros. Well, something interesting has happened. A mysterious benefactor just gave me a large number of ideas. God-killed giant feet. Gave me the idea for Curus. What is this? Curus concrete? Okay, that's quite cool. What else? Metal shields, that's pretty amazing, alright. And longbow, that's pretty good too. Scale armor. Architects, I already have architects, that's weird. But okay, wow, I have some elephant riding. What? Okay, so I just got some more technology. I need to do some research. Wow. Okay. Anyway, I'll look at that in a moment. First, actually, no, I won't look at that in a moment. I'll look at it right now. So, philosophy, calculus, still do nothing. What does concrete do? I can still... It allows me to make cement from ashes. Ah, so the volcanic ash becomes useful. I believe Donakulda has some volcanic ash. Metal shield allows us to make metal shields. Very, very exciting. Longbow allows us to make better towers and longbows. It doesn't unlock any units, though. Odd. Stone tower 3, heavy tower 4. Okay. Clothes of metal. Scale armor. Architects. House 4. Well 3, architect 3. Oh wow. Okay, that's good. Taming pachyderms. That's completely useless. And Curus. Alrighty, well, I want architects, for sure. I need to use architects to research architects. I don't have any architects. Well, whatever. Anyway, I'll worry about that in a moment. Right now we're looking at Altros. Altros is Donakulda. I did start recording. I'm so smart. Is his copper mining settlement. He has some houses and some clay, and it has coal and plenty of copper, and he's forging quite a lot here. He also has some of this normal stuff. Butcher, oh, these are level 1 butchers. Doctors. Overfilled stockpiles, fields, the usual things. Wait a minute. What's this? Bukovina went down to 17,000 score. Swinia? What's this? What happened? I think Bukovina collapsed again. I'm almost in first place. Certainly in terms of score, not in terms of victory points. Interesting. And who was that gave me that technology anyway? I should have sent a response message asking, who are you, stranger? Oh well, anyway, I was visited by a kindly stranger. He also took some technology from me. I say took. He traded technology from me. It was, I forget. I only gave him 2 technologies. Anyway, it was very exciting that I just got some stuff, although I want to look around and find this guy. Where was he? Whence did he contact me? He must have clicked on one of my settlements. These are all Solburg. Oh, wait a minute. That's different. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. The units just hadn't loaded. Okay, so I thought he was a guy that had inherited Urbem, but no. Is he over here? No. Who was the mysterious stranger? I wonder, can I look at the diplomacy screen, which is not very good? Let's see. Grant, Tall Truffle, Fayola, Baudrillard, Snotshot, Shock. Nope. Nope, none of these people are... oh, there I am. Oh, no, it says a fox. Never mind. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, next we'll look at Pharos. This is Pharos, the capital of Donakulda, who is my most powerful vassal with a score of 10,000, the Margraviate of Aldora. He is by far the most advanced of all of my vassals, and he has most of the military, and he has a very large economy. He's quite impressive, and this is where it all happens for him. And he has an active academia building. It's more than I have. Also plenty of overfilled stockpiles. I guess that's just his thing. It has many sheep. So many sheep. All the sheep in the world, and it's quite laggy, but I assure you, this is how it looks for me as well. And some level 3 houses, although I will soon get level 4 ones. Exciting. And also many houses along the coast, many farms, level 2 doctors, scribes, brickmaker, paper makers. This is all very nice. Silver he still has as well. He has towers to increase his loyalty. Very cool. Anyway, next we will go north to Tongrube. I won't show you Solburg because you've seen them already. And I will go to Tongrube, and then we'll go to Redman, and finally Fallen. This grand tour is taking far longer than I thought. I thought I would do 30 seconds per settlement, and it hasn't happened. Also, I've been inundated with technology, which I'm researching now, and it's going rather quickly. And I'll get metal shields soon, and I'll get longbows. Well, 83% chance on that, and then I'll get architects as well. But this is all very expensive. This is 62 coins. So it's so expensive. Anyway. This is Tongrube. It actually was very recently expanded with more clay production and also some stone cutting as well, although I am not utilizing that due to a lack of workers, but that'll change soon. It's still producing potatoes and some sheep and fish. Mostly, though, it's not doing very much. I built a tax collector here because we were having some problems with waste, but now we're not, so everything is super great. Next, we'll go to some place. Where is it? Oh, yes. And this is Kupferhögel, which has not been expanded much at all in a very long time. It is mining copper and coal and a little bit of stone and a little bit of wood. Other than that, it is pretty much forgotten. I don't do much with this place. It's importing a bit of meat, extra meat from Außenfelder, but mostly it's just a resource extraction area and the point through which all travel must go between the north and the south. So it's an important point to hold, but by itself it's not a particularly interesting area. Next, we'll go to my last settlement, Sinfeld. And here's Sinfeld, a place which, again, I haven't touched in a long time. It has iron mines, some farms, some sheep, some woodcutting, some fish, and of course, the important thing, and also some coal that I'm not using, The thing I care about, of course, is the tin, which is why it's called Zinfeld. I also could be producing more wood here, but I don't have enough people, and I don't really care enough to change my trade routes to give it more food because I don't want to deal with it. I just don't mind. Whatever. It's producing enough wood. It's 4.2. It's whatever. Okay. Anyway, next we'll go to Kupferberg, the capital of Redman. With this settlement, I learned that I really shouldn't make colonies out of resource-producing areas because this is a terrible capital. It's not a good tile. I shouldn't have made it into this guy's capital, but I didn't know that at the time. Anyway, he is not a very active player, so he hasn't done very much with this tile. Also, this tile just sucks anyway, so there's not really a reason to do anything with it. It has the copper, of course. I think it has fish, and it is mostly just a tool production area for him. And that's all. That's it. Just fish, copper, tools. Nothing else, because it's pretty terrible. Also, I haven't shown you the world map in a bit. I should probably do that, so you have a better idea of where we've gone and where we're going. Only a few settlements left, one of which being Voulome, which I've never seen previously because it's so far. So, we were in Tongrube, Kupferhügel, Zinfeld, Kupferberg, and now we're going to Swinville. After that, we'll go to Irontown, Kusosity, Suamar, and then, of course, Voulome. We won't go to Barbarian Stronghold because that's way too far, so it's a grand tour except for that one. Oh, Redman, oh, you make me cry. You're not even using this gold. You have gold and you're not mining it. Anyway, he's not an active player. He's very gelegentlich. He's a very he plays sometimes, not so often. Anyway, this settlement has not seen much activity. He's made some farms, made some industries. Mostly these are the same ones that were here last time you saw it, I think. Not too interesting. He also made only a few more houses and a lot more stockpiles, but the stockpiles are full of stuff that he's not using. Oh well, anyway, next we'll go to Irontown, which is Fallen's iron settlement. It's much more interesting than this. It's iron, copper, and coal, and also some sheep. And he's using potatoes and flint tools and level 1 houses, more iron. His marketplace he's not using. This is limestone, not ash. And I think he has fish, too? No, he does not. Yes, he does. Okay, so that's it. That's Irontown. But he's doing things here, much more interesting. Level 1 merchants, level 1 everything, but whatever. Anyway, next we'll look at Kusosity. Kusosity! It doesn't have very much either. It has a little bit of sheep production. Also, I think there's a bit of a graphical error right here. That looks like a big pit into which those sheep might fall. Lots of tool makers that aren't being used. A little bit of copper that's, I don't think, being smelted. Some fish. And that's it. It's supposed to be his farming tile, but he hasn't really done much farming. Or made many houses. Again, he doesn't play very much. Oh well, that's Redman. But now for Suamar. Exciting things! It's Suamar! It's a place where I built some stuff. There are the merchants I built. He's removed most of the stockpiles I built. And he's fishing quite a lot here. I really like the shape of this map with this bay. It's very nice. His city, though, looks great. Looks good. Looks fantastic. Looks super duper great. The best thing I've ever seen. It will cure cancer. It is perfect in every manner. Maybe that was a slight exaggeration. It also has a fortress, which, like I said last time, is not necessary. But it's overall quite a nice settlement. He's, of course, mining a lot of silver here as well, like I was. And hunting rabbits, mining stone. It's pretty good. He has level 3 toolmakers. He has a library as well. Lots of tax collectors. He's doing very well. I'm quite pleased with how Fallen has played the game. I wish I had given him the fertile land in the south. When I was recruiting him, recruiting is the wrong word. When I was talking to him about his spawn, he said he wouldn't play very much. And I didn't realize that his not very much would be quite a lot in comparison to the not very much of some other vassals. Oh well, anyway, that's the last of the cities on the peninsula, the last of the cities in the whole Congraviate, with the exception of Voulome, which I and you will see for the first time. Not that that really means anything, just because something happens for the first time doesn't make it any more meaningful than any other time. Anyway, I will have to move my carriers up there, though, and that'll cost a lot of movement points. And I don't think I'll be able to come back today. I'll probably have to wait until tomorrow, maybe camp in Voulome, but oh well, I'll be in Voulome. And here it is, Voulome. I actually had enough movement points to go here, and I can almost go all the way back to Solburg. Not quite, I need to stay in Voulome for a day. But this settlement, I don't remember ever seeing this tile, but I know it's marked on my resource map, so I must have seen it at some point. Anyway, it has quite a lot of clay. I wonder why he settled this tile, though. That isn't really... Oh, I see. That's a good reason. Anyway, it also has a lot of fish. It has 2 fish sources there, and... Is there another one? Yep, there's another one there. So 3 fish, that's not bad. It also has some farmland, not a huge amount. It has rabbits, and it has sheep too, and iron. Okay, yeah, this is a fine settlement. I can understand why he made this, but also he has the same problem I do with Olivendorf, and that he has all of these scribes here. Maybe I can convince him to make this a colony, and then I could have another player spawn here. This... Hey, wait a minute. This might have been a spawn point. It has clay, it has hunting, it has wood, it has water. It doesn't have any crops. This could have been a spawn point if it had any crops on it. No potatoes, though, or anything other than stockpiles. Yeah, anyway, I could convince him to make this a colony, I think, and this could be somebody else's capital. This is a fine place from which a civilization could be begun. Maybe I could bribe him into doing it, too. Oh, well, anyway, that's it. That's it for the grand tour. We're done. That's finished. Complete. No more. I'm not doing this again. That took way too long. That was, how long was that? 40 minutes? and for each of these settlements, I'll have to edit a section of video and do the transitions. I don't want to do that. so much tedium. Anyway, that's all for that. I hope that I will finish these technology... 10 seconds. Well, there's that. So I got improving shields. Okay, can I get some new units with those new technologies? Can I upgrade their shields? Can I give them better shields, better helmets? No? I guess not. Okay. Anyway, I'll get some more of this technology. I'll also need to get this stuff, but for that I'll need more money. Something like 2,000 or 3,000 more, 4,000 more space bucks. Oh well, anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see... Wait, no, actually. This is only 40 minutes. Normally these videos are 50 minutes. I guess I'll record a little bit more after this, but not for a few days. This will be a short one, but I wanted to mention 2 things. One, Queefin he's taking full advantage of the ability to rename cities. He's renamed this to Need Wood, Please, in all capital letters, but here's the best one. Oh, I'm so juvenile. I do find that very funny, though. I made a joke to him in the Discord server about how his city was said that he needed hose and wood, or wood hose. Anyway, there's... I don't know why I think that's so funny. Anyway, the good news is, though, I'm rid of Olivendorf. I'm finally rid of Olivendorf. I found somebody who would take it. Draelk took it. It's gone. I don't need it anymore. Hooray! Olivendorf is no longer mine, and my income shot up to 590. I had so much waste in Olivendorf, and now I don't. It's gone. Yes! Yes! Woo! And of course, my vassal was really glad to have a free city, too. He just got a highly developed farming settlement. for free. He didn't have to do anything. I imported tons of building supplies and people and meat and stuff, and all he had to do was click a button, and he got it. So, works for me, works for him. I'm so happy. Also, I just got some more technology from the rocket scientists across the ocean, and I am researching running water because it cost no money to start research. And now that I have money, well, now that I will have money, I will be able to research these things. So many things, all the things. Oh, I want things. I will soon have things. Things are good. I'm also researching philosophy because there's a 13% chance now. And so I think, why not? 13% chance, that might be pretty good. My philosophers are quite wealthy as well, because they have a somewhat rare commodity that we're only producing enough academia for 37%, and so it's rather expensive. So these philosophers are making lots of money. They can access lots of resources, making them even more intelligent. Everything's great. Everything is so good. Oh, I can also make this a state resource again as well. I turned off my state resources because I couldn't afford them, but now I can afford them, and it's so good! I'm also exporting the ability to speak English. I'm exporting meat, there is the word, to Kupferhügel and Sinfeld, and they will soon be able to export more wood to Solburg, because Solburg has no plate production at all. This is a pretty huge problem, but we're dealing with it. I also am producing far too much coke, but that's okay, whatever. Can deal with it later. I don't think I need to stockpile any more resources, though. I think I have enough. Yep, I have leather, I have copper, I have all this stuff. Great. Not sure how I don't have these architect technologies. I guess because I'm not using architects. Whatever. Anyway, it'll be great. It'll be so much fun. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm just so glad to be finally rid of Levendorf. Oh yes, also, one more thing. I got another vassal as well. This guy, well, he's not my vassal yet. This guy, I just spawned. The keys were released a few hours ago. No, yesterday. They were released yesterday. And this guy took over control of this settlement, and he just so happened to take control while I was online. And so I saw him spawn, and I immediately sent him a message saying, hello, welcome to the server. I gave him lots of technology, and I invited him to join the Congraviate, and he agreed, and he joined our Discord server, and he's a new player, and he seems really eager to join the game, and I'm super excited. So what I did for him was I scouted all this area to update the resource map, and now I have told him that the best tiles to settle will be here or here. Yeah. My mouse sensitivity keeps changing by itself, and so my mouse is, sometimes it'll move very slowly, other times it'll just fly across the screen. Anyway, I told him that he could sell one of these tiles, and I gave him the resource map. However, I told him to evacuate his settlement, and I'm not sure why, but for some reason he is only getting +2 action points per hour, and he was getting +0 action points per hour while he was in the Congraviate, so I had to expel him just so he would get some more stuff. Anyway, he has to wait another... he can't break camp until he has 50 action points, right, so he needs to wait another almost a day, yeah, until he can break camp. But then once he can, so that'll be tomorrow, that's annoying for him, he'll be able to settle here or here. And then he can rejoin the Congraviate. I also have had a problem of the distance of vassals. Because my vassals need to be set up with regard to distance and not with regard to ability to pay, this means there needs to be a chain. And so I am on top, and then there's Donakulda. And then I filter all the other vassals down here through Truffletot, which is Hermes, through Hermes here. And so all these guys are vassals of Hermes, and that's, it's a bit awkward, because... Oh, right, yes, of course. This guy, Baudrillard, who became inactive over here, I asked him what the problem was, and he said that the server was just deactivated, but everything's fine now, don't worry about it. However, I think he might have accidentally, or maybe deliberately, I don't know, abandoned his civilization, because the only way he can become inactive is if he clicked the abandon button on the login screen. However, I think he would be aware of that if he had done it. And so I'm not sure what happened, but oh well. Anyway, he's there. Except for him, though. All the other vassals in the area are vassals of Truppletot, of Hermes, and Hermes isn't really doing anything, and I don't really know what to do about that, because it also means that I need to... some of these vassals become more powerful than other vassals, and as they become more powerful, they need to reach a higher rank, but their rank is always limited, because they can never be a higher rank than Hermes. And if I do make them a higher rank than Hermes, that means they'll be direct vassals of Donakulda. Oh, no, here's Donakulda. And that's just too distant. The penalty is too high. So I'm not certain what to do with that other than to just make a lot more ranks. and shift all the taxes and stuff. So I made one just a grave, not a fell grave or a bird grave, just a regular grave. And that one is sort of a placeholder. I don't think anybody has that rank at the moment. Oh, Fayola does. Okay, well, he shouldn't, but anyway, except for him, nobody has a rank of that because I'm not really certain what to do about it. It shouldn't be a problem, though. I can eventually just shift all the tax stuff down a couple ranks. It'll be a bit tedious, but I can do it. I can actually add ranks up to rank 10, even, so that shouldn't be an issue. I should be able to chain vassals all the way down here. Maybe I can even take over Shock's empire, too. No, probably not, because he's still active. Well, anyway, I have nothing else to say at the moment. My vassals have expanded their stuff, but I'm not doing any more grand tours because those cost way too much time, and I also have to edit them, and that's no fun. Anyway, I'll be back once I've researched a lot of these technologies, which should be in about a day or two. Ooh, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so this requires some explaining. So, I gave a Lievendorf to Draelk. Then Draelk reported to me that he got an event which caused it to have minus 60 resistance, meaning it would rebel. And if it rebelled while he held it, he would take minus 50 honor, which would destroy his civilization. It would make his capital rebel, and he would lose control, and he would be kicked out of the game. He didn't want to do that, so he gave it back to me. But I inherited its resistance, and in fact, its resistance doubled when it was given back to me. Except then, the game wanted to give it to its previous owner, but because I was its previous owner, it then decided that it needed to give it to Gaia. Gaia is the animals. So we were facing an animal rebellion in Lievendorf, and I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to take that minus 50 on a hit either, because that would lower my legitimacy to minus 30, which would make all of my cities rebel. My civilization would collapse. I don't want to do that. And so then we thought about it. We tried giving the city to different vassals, and it kept compounding the problem. So eventually, I ended up with it, and Draelk told me about a fun, not exploit, but an interesting thing one can do, where one can give a subvention to the leader, and you can make it some extremely large amount of money, and then your legitimacy would go up, because legitimacy is based on leader superiority, which is based on leader wealth. And so I could just keep paying my leader more and more money to get my legitimacy up to whatever, 100, 500, doesn't matter. However, that would cost me a lot of money, and I still had to keep control of a Lievendorf. And if I keep control of a Lievendorf, that means my income will still be at positive 20 instead of positive 600, because I'll have to pay all the administrative costs. And so I kept thinking, well, who can I give a Lievendorf to? Which vassal am I willing to sacrifice? And then I thought, why does it have to be a vassal? Why not give it to somebody who's inactive? Why not give it to Shock? So I gave it to Shock. You see, this is why I'm the Congrave. This is why I get paid the big bucks. Because I'm the master diplomat. I convinced Shock to take control of this place, which would make him take a minus 50 honor penalty. So he'll get on a minus 74 honor, which will make him just lose all of his stuff that he hasn't lost already. And then once Liebendorf has rebelled, we can conquer it back with our national army, and then I can give it to Draelk, and then it will definitely stay ours forever. Oh, this game. This game is so terrible, but it's so good. However, that national army is not happening. I don't know what has happened to Donakulda. He just hasn't been responding. I've made all the short swords, I've made shields and helmets, and I'm making bows. We're ready to go. I don't know why he's not doing anything, but he's not doing anything. Oh well. Anyway, Solburg will have some problems very soon, because right now, I'm keeping the exports from Liebendorf, but Schock could break them at any time, just to be mean, or we'll lose them when the city rebels. Draelk told me that we'll have a few days before it rebels. I don't know if that's true, but I don't want to be around when it does, so I gave it to Schock. This is a good episode. I did not expect this to be so good.